Welcome back at the DronEvents International Challengers Cup 2018 at the half finals. So we got some awesome heats coming up. The last 8 pilots are gonna go head to head in a double heat elimination. We're gonna go to a double knockouts. We're currently switching to another heat because we had battery recharging issues and stuff. So the heat that actually had a rerun is gonna come back at the end of this, but we're gonna switch to the second half final heat, and they're gonna start and do their race and do their back-to-back knockouts. So we're gonna switch to moderators, and they're gonna show you some awesome moves from these pilots.
Here we are back. Welcome back, everyone. We're gonna start out with the 14th race. So we're gonna skip the second heat of the 13th race, as you just heard. So we're gonna start out with Sir Crashalot, Nailus FPV, Nicholas 49, and Kort door de Bocht, all 4 really great racers. And I'm really wondering what we're gonna see here with this race. I mean, Nicholas was really fast in the pre-run, Kort door de Bocht as well. They were like neck and neck, and they're gonna have to probably do that again. And
but then they're not alone, because like you have Nailus,
yes.
Crash a lot.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a really, really awesome battle. I think it's. I can't wait to see this. It's getting more and more tense and more exciting in terms of their speeds as well. That's what I'm wondering. Like, of course, people are watching this on the feed here in the lounge, basically, but I believe there's also people watching from the sidelines, and it's hard to keep up with these drones, especially when they're like about 3 feet away or 3 meters away from you.
And that's one of the biggest challenges we are facing with the hobby and the sport as well. I mean, only like big competition like DRL can actually manage to kind of give a perspective that the racers can. But that is only because they film it beforehand. They have a lot of cameras, high definition, moving, and every quad has a GoPro attached to it. And they know beforehand where to set up the cameras and everything. And then on a more hobby grade or semi-professional level, it is hard to give the audience a really good feeling of what is happening. Because even as a commentator, what you're feeling right now, it's kind of hard to keep up.
Yep.
You have to look through 4 videos because it's really tough to see it from a distance. I mean, if you look at Formula 1, you have an overview and you can see what color of car is in front.
Yep.
But with the drones, some have the same LEDs, and it's so difficult to see which is in first position, which isn't.
Here we get a little bit of a view of where the pilots are sitting. Now they're bringing their the drones back onto the track where the starting grid is.
So if we look at the video feed that one of the guys actually had, you see the stats, total arm, minimal battery, minimum RSSI, and this is basically a summary of a race or of a flight you have done. And at the end you have the BB log number, and actually you have like a black box which can record every little bit of detail in your drone. But because he armed beforehand and now he disarmed the quad things, he finished a flight, and then it shows the stats.
By the way, I've also noticed that I believe Nailus is actually, his camera is aimed higher up. I believe it was him, or it was could have been, let me see his name again. It could have been Jedi. I think it was Nailus or Jedi who has his camera aimed higher up. I think that's because he knows he has way more speed, and he's pitched forward a little bit more than the other people, I think.
Generally you want to have your eyes at level, because like, of course your human eyes are like that as well. I mean, your eyes keep balancing on a level surface, so that's why generally people most like to fly. But if you want to slow down or speed up, you have to pitch forward, back, so you look up or down, because the camera is fixed to the quad.
Yeah.
And some people are comfortable with looking to the ground, and some people are comfortable with looking at the roof. So it really depends again on what you like or dislike.
Yeah, I see some people. Yeah, they actually look at the ground, and to me, that's got to be really hard.
Yeah.
Like, because if you know the track, of course you know, but you also have to see if there's like an obstacle above you or above your drone. But I think only the most experienced ones would probably look at the ground rather than so far up.
It of course comes with experience because it's an unnatural thing to do.
Yeah.
But also, generally, what racers say to each other is like, if you want to have more speed, get that angle up, because if you get used to that being level, you have more speed.
Yeah.
But then you don't want to overdo it. So cam angle is a really important factor.
Yeah,
but we're down.
Here that we actually get some refs right now. We're gonna start the next race. You can
And they're
see
off.
it immediately that they have that pitch.
And we see that Nelis is in front, followed by Niklas really closely. So Preslov third. And on fourth we have Korte de Bocht.
They're so close to each other right now. Then we got another feed. Like we got Niklas and Nelis almost having the same feed again.
Yeah, this is amazing. They're so close.
They're
You
so
can see
close
it
to
in
each
the
other.
overviews. Nelis has a really tight double power loop, and that's where he got him. So now Nelis is in front, followed really closely by Niklas. Third being Sir Crash a lot, and fourth Walter Korte de Bocht. And I think the tactic of Walter is
We got a
actually
crash.
just keep on flying. Oh, and he crashed out. Walter did. Trying to arm it back up.
Seems he can't get it back up.
Oh, and Nelis had his camera being unscrewed. This is really unfortunate. See, it's being blurred out just because the lens is not screwed in proper anymore. So now he's flying with a less proper
He's taking
view.
it easy as well now.
Yeah, but he's still in front. It's gonna be tight.
He's still making those tight corners though. He's looking at the light.
And you're
instead.
seeing it's getting generally
It's
worse.
getting worse, yeah.
And this is where,
This is
it's gonna be
so.
tough.
That is.
And now it's about remembering what your feet is like.
He is still going at it though. He's really doing well. He's just using the
Yes,
LED
first.
lights of the cones in order to fly.
I mean, compare that to the view of the third racer. It's so crisp, and then going back to the second, and then you can really see what a blurry image it is, and it's just getting worse. But now he actually got caught up by Niklas, so it's Niklas first, Nelis second, Sir Kreslov third, almost about to catch up with Nelis.
Yeah, he has to worry about his camera right now, but he can fix that in the second round of this race. So if he can just finish the race.
Oh, it's coming close. Oh, and just Sir Kreslov just caught up with him. Oh my.
Oh my god, that ending! He did so well though on a blurry camera.
Look at the times. We have Niklas in first, and then Sir Kreslov at second at 2 minutes 25. And then we have Nelis at 2:20.9. So it's like 400th of a second
That's 400 per second.
difference.
Yeah, and he barely got, he barely had that second place. But he did really well on flying on just basically the blurred lines.
Respect.
of
He
the
tried
lines.
it, and Sir Kreslov he had a less speed, but he just managed to put through. And Nelis had to slow down because you can't see anything.
Yeah, I think that we also have the Korte de Bocht also has a blurry camera right now. I think that's actually
Yeah.
because of the hit.
I hope he notices.
Yeah, I think he will. I mean, it wasn't like that when he just crashed, I think, though.
And usually, because that's the problem, your camera, which is quite sensitive, it's at the front. So if you crash, which mostly hits the front as well,
Yeah.
your camera is usually the part that actually gets carried away.
Yeah, but mad respect for Nelis from flying on that blurry camera.
That was a tough one for him.
Yeah, it was tough, but he still managed to take those really tight corners, though.
He did.
It's a good thing that we have the track well illuminated here, otherwise you probably wouldn't have seen anything.
Yeah. It's actually a really big advantage that you see the flags and gates better. Because at some points it's just black in a crystal sky, and then you're really screwed.
Yeah, I'm checking the camera right now.
Yeah, this is Nelis' feet again. It was good. He was like, you can see him walking back. fixed his camera. They're getting a new battery and going for the second heat of the round. So we have Nicholas in first place, which gives him 3 points. So Crashlot second place, 2 points. Niels FPV third place, 1 point. And we have Kort door de Bocht leaving with 0. But then again, a lot can happen. Because if we look at the qualifying times, we have Nicholas first, and then we have Sir Crashlot, closely followed by Niels, and then Kort door de Bocht. So in the tiebreaker, Nicholas gets the advantage over the rest, but then still Sir Crashlot did it better than Niels at the qualifier. So Niels has to get more points than Sir Crashlot. It's going to be a challenge.
It's going to be a really, really good challenge here, but I think that's also what people mostly want on this level. I mean, I wouldn't see someone not want to have that challenge, especially getting to the last rounds basically of today. I mean, when I play games, I like to have a challenge. Like I play Dark Souls, I like to make it difficult for myself because it's much more rewarding, and I think getting like you said earlier, like having a win given to you is it doesn't feel rewarding, and
No.
It doesn't feel nice, and I think all of these guys here feel the same way. They don't want to have that win given to them.
No, they don't. But actually we have 2 people of team SQG in this heat. So they can have a situation where Niels is in a better position than Sir Crashlot because of Walter of Kort door de Bocht.
Yeah.
And then as a team, they can actually decide to go and let Sir Crashlot be better, have a better position, because Kort door de Bocht has a really small chance to win it.
So are these points, or do they actually accumulate these points for like an international cup or something like that, or international qualification?
So the Challengers Cup, they are being held all over the world, and they get points by the place that they're in on knockouts, so not on qualifiers. And then when you have accumulated enough points, you get invited to go to Las Vegas, to the finals. And then there's some big money to be won.
So they really do need these points basically, especially as a team.
They do.
Yeah, it's probably better indeed, like you said, that Kort gives the points basically to Crashlot.
Yeah.
So we'll see what will happen. I mean, everything can still happen. Kort can still actually get through the race really well. So we'll see. Right now, you just saw the cameras being fixed again. Getting tightened back in place.
So we have the 4 pilots again on heat number 2 on the 14th round of this knockout in the semi-finals. Now we have Sir Crashlot, Niels FPV, Niklas 49 and Kort door de Bocht. In the first heat, Niklas got into first place, followed by Sir Crashlot, who just barely caught up with him at the last second. I mean, the difference is 400th of a second. And then on third place you have Niels FPV. Kort door de Bocht actually crashed out at the double power loop. Once again, that was one of the most challenging parts of the whole race.
I see him now trying to fix something in place. I think he's trying to fix that camera of his.
Having his tongue out a bit.
He's concentrated on fixing his camera.
Yeah.
Well, the other drones are already set up. They're ready to go.
I mean, imagine the tension that must be going on through him. Being
are
so
they on
close.
a time limit when they have to fix stuff, or?
It really depends on the organization. Some organizations are really harsh on those things, but now DronEvents knows the pilots, and the pilots themselves want to have a fair game as well.
Of course.
So they'd rather wait and whoop them all on the course than just have the others go down because their lens is not out in focus.
Understandable, of course. We're gonna get the feedback in a bit for Kort door de Bocht. It really is like a pit stop. Like it's a little bit less like Formula One, because Formula One, they usually have, they have like a complete system. But if you then look at, let's say, rally, because the cars get beat up so much more than in Formula One, because of all the jumps and all the gravel. You know, it kind of feels like watching that right now. You know, trying to fix every little bit.
Yeah.
And it's a good, like, I know that in the rally they have like a certain amount of time to have, you know, fix those things. You always see that in the games as well, that you get like basically you have like an hour, and you can fill it up with repairs. And if it's, you know, if you can't do more, it's done. Yeah, you just have to deal with it how it is.
But at some point, that is in drone racing as well. If you just can't fix your quad, you're done.
Yeah.
We can't wait for you to solder four new motors on your quad.
Yeah, exactly. So.
But if there's like a small fix, for example, a dented prop, or a loose screw, or a lens, whatever, that could be fixed.
Yeah. It seems that Kort is already back on the track, has a drone back in place. The announcer here is asking if the pilots are ready.
You see a four-way splitted screen between the pilots, and the 15-second call has been made.
Here we go for the next race. I'm
8,
excited. I'm excited to
7.
see what's happening
Me
in the
too.
second race.
Less than 5. Are you guys ready?
Here comes the sound,
I know I am. Go.
and they're off.
And some serious speed. Nelis really has to catch up.
Someone just went a
Niklas.
little wide there.
Niklas first. Nelis second. Sukrasov third. Walter fourth. But not that far away. Oh, and a midair. And he's back.
I think he hit a flag there. There seems to be a flag
did.
there. Oh, and then he goes against another flag. Can he get up though?
It
trying.
looks like Walter's out.
Yeah, he's hit the wall. He can't get away from that wall.
Nelis is first.
That's
But
unfortunate.
really
for Kort.
close.
Oh, wait. He might still be able to get away from there if he's... And he's back on the track. No, he's struggling really hard.
We have Nelis in first place. Really close, followed by Niklas. The crash a lot. A few seconds behind. Looks like Walter is out.
Got another hit there. I think that was a flag maybe.
Nelis really has to push it. Just got caught up by Niklas. But there you go. They're so close.
Really close with Crash a lot far in the back. We got,
Oh,
did we get a crash?
yeah,
got a
we
crash
did.
there.
Niklas.
Nicholas is out.
Oh, this is interesting. Because
He's
Nelis,
not happy. He's not looking too happy about that.
it means that Kort de Bocht gets 0 points again. Niklas now has 4 points. And it's all between Sir Crashlot and Nelis.
He was taking the lead here still.
What Nelis probably doesn't know if there's no way that he can do it. Because in the best scenario for Nelis, they get a tie, which means that Sir Crashlot.
We got a crash though. We got another crash from Sure Crash a lot. It seems like there's something wrong with his camera as well. Like he's actually got
trying.
a line over his camera. But Nelis is still in the race.
He is pushing it, going really fast.
I think he knows.
I don't think he knows that he's going to be disappointed in a bit. Land.
Pilots have to land right now. Yeah, it seems that Sir Crashlot, his camera's actually got like wiggled in a really bad position for him because he was looking way more up than
Might
he
look like
used
it.
to.
I hear some things about a rerun.
That's the question. Are they gonna do a rerun? If so, I'm really wondering what's going to happen. There's people are talking over the pilot seats.
So it might look like we have some discussions about what people are watching it on. Some people are calling out video problems, but 4 modules have actually been provided by the organization,
Yeah.
and they have the possibility to use it. And if there's video problems on that module and you can show it through DVR, it's the responsibility of the organization. But if you choose to have your own module being used, then it's your own problem if you don't have video.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we just heard that Bro, yeah, we just overheard that from some people here.
And that's always a big discussion, you know, where lies the responsibility and what actually is a reason to give a rerun and what isn't.
Yeah. Here we see Court putting his drone back, putting that flag up. I wonder what's going to happen. I'm not sure if they're going to do a rerun or if this was the end. I mean, it was between Crashlock and Nailus. Eventually, only just Nailus.
I don't know. I don't know if they...
This would mean that we actually have a tie between Nailus and Nicholas. No, wait, we have a three-way actually. Sir Crashlock would still be in because he would get 2 points.
That's it.
So we actually have a three-way tie.
Yes, we do.
All right, so I think the announcer just said that we're actually going to go back to the second heat of race 13. So we got Drone D FPV, Carbon V, and Ogai and Jedi guy.
So apparently we had some video issues, and I'm just breaking the studio
Tim
here.
is coming over here.
So hey guys, yeah. So we got some video issues. So apparently they're gonna do a rerun, and the other heats, like heat 1.5 finals, they're gonna run now.
So we'll have a rerun, but not the one we saw last.
No. So we'll have a rerun. We have a rerun from the last.
So we'll have
finals.
back-to-back reruns, but first we'll have race 13 to make it even more complicated.
Yes.
But in a bit you'll see which pilots are going to fly again. But again, it's going to be Drone D, Carbon V, Ogai and Jedi. And just to give you a notice on what standing they have. So we have at the moment Carbon V, who finished first, having 3 points, Jedi 2 points, and Drone D 1 point. But as I've explained before, I'm not gonna repeat myself all over because it's a 5-minute talk. But a lot can happen in that heat. It really depends on what position they're gonna have between each other. Because the qualifier time is actually really important, and Drone D did it best, then Carbon V, Jedi, followed by Ogai. So anything can happen in this heat basically.
Wouldn't it be interesting though if we get another tie in this last race?
Oh, I don't know if I can handle it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it could be. Could really be happening.
Alright, so the drone racers are currently setting their stuff up. We see Ogai's perspective. So that's our third guy in the list in terms of their position, the grid number basically. They all start at the same position basically, so there's no advantage to any of them.
And everyone, please keep giving us reactions, likes, share it, because we're trying to spread the word. Maybe have it as big as live streams like MultiGP or something. Just remember that this is the first time that DronEvents is actually organizing a big race, apart from one of the qualifiers of the Dutch championships. And then for the streaming guys, casting crew, it's new as well. So just give us feedback. It's more than welcome, and we'll try to better ourselves every time, because we're not stopping here, are we?
Definitely not. No, this is way too excited to stop here. Right now, as you can see actually what we just talked about, Carbon V also has his camera pretty high up, and then you have Drone. You see that he has his camera way more down. You can actually see the ground on his camera, as well as on Ogai's feed as well.
But there's also a noticeable difference because some of the lenses have a different field of view than the others.
That is true.
So we call the sizes by a millimeter. I don't know how the exactly math is around it, but some people, I think most pilots now fly a lens size between 2.1 millimeters and 1.8. 1.8 giving a better field of view, like wider. But for some people it's like way too fish eye. Because if you look closely at the balcony, it's kind of curved, but I can tell you it isn't. And you get like the GoPro feeling, and some people just can't really handle it. But the other side is that you have more view, so you can just see more if your field of view is higher.
Yeah.
So then again, it's a preference, and you get all these factors. You know, what parts you want. Get a heavier quad that feels kind of more stable or locked in, or get a lighter quad that is, you know, more agile if you can manage it. You know, do you want to have it tough so it can actually survive a crash, or do you want to have it like lighter weight and have less carbon on your frame and it will break easier? These are all the things pilots have to think about.
I think it also, like, when you have a bigger field of view, it might also up the pressure on you when you see someone in the corner of your, basically your view. I would say almost corner of your eye, but yeah, it's basically that. I'm not sure, like, how are the glasses on the inside? Are they flat, or are they more like let's say an Oculus Rift, or like there's some sort of distortion in it?
It kind of is. So what you see is what they're seeing.
So it's like just a flat kind
Yeah,
of
it's a flat
lens
image.
and-
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You have a lens in between. Some people have a eye prescription, so they look through it as well. But basically, it's like two small LCD screens in front of them, giving the same view. Some glasses can actually have a 3D image, so they have like left eye is different than the right eye. But it will make people so noisy when they're flying, so they're more than fine with this.
Alright, I think we're ready to go with the second heat of the 13th race. So it's not the last one, it's actually the 13th race. And here comes the countdown from the 10, 7, 6, 5.
So we have a less than 5.
Here comes the sound. They're revving. And they're off. Oh, we got an immediate crash from Ogai. I think he hit one of the cones. Can he get back up though?
But there's not going to be a rerun because I think it's only going to be once.
It doesn't seem so. Everyone is still racing.
Oh, you can continue.
That as well. So he's not out of the race yet.
So we have Carbon V going first, Prince Harry second, Drone D third. There's a little nudge on the wall.
I think Ogai is not doing too bad for getting that
No,
bad start there.
He's trying to catch up really good.
Oh, I think we just got a crash. I just
Yeah,
heard two
Drone
bumps.
D.
There goes Jedi.
No, actually Drone D.
That's Drone D.
Yeah, that's Drone D. That's unfortunate. Which means that he is not going through to the finals. Because he only had 1 point before. So it is really between Carbon V, Prince Harry. I don't see a feed of Ogai anymore. No, he has his glasses off.
I think he also crashed. It could just be a mid-air. I didn't see Ogai crash though.
But this is gonna be it. Because like this means that Carbon V and Jedi are through. I don't know if they know it yet, but they are. So maybe they're just pushing because they have to prepare that speed for the finals again. But they have to push it.
yeah, this might just be a training run for him.
Yeah, more left it.
Carbon is going so really fast. He actually won the previous round on this race, and you can definitely see why. He's so fast.
It's amazing. So Carbon V is in the lead. As we see now, 270 degrees, going into the double power loop. Followed by Vince, a few seconds behind.
Yeah, just a few seconds behind actually. He's getting. I think he's actually getting.
Yeah, the pace was supposed to be like 3 seconds difference. So Carbon V is actually almost about to finish. And there we go.
Nice win from Carbon V there.
Back-to-back win. Jedi second place. Drone D. So that means that Carbon V and Jedi are through to the finals. That was an intense race.
That was really intense. Yeah. Yeah, you probably could have heard that. That was Jedi. He's really happy to go to the finals.
He's been feeling it all weekend. He's been doing really well, almost always getting into the top 3 qualifying times. Good effort, good effort. And we'll see. I mean, at the semi-finals, if you look at the last laps, we have a 40 and a 41, which is pretty impressive because like those were the fastest lap times in qualifier.
Yeah.
And they're just outdoing themselves in a semi-final. And that's what I just displayed. You know, it's gonna be this.
Right. So as the second lap or the second round for race 14 is about to start, I think we're actually gonna go over to Tim right now, who's setting up with Jedi next to him.
Over to you, Tim.
Welcome back. So we got some pilots coming from the track here from the last semi-final. So we got Fins here. So you were really excited.
Yeah, man, all smiles on this part of me, man, because I didn't expect I was gonna go through this round with Dennis in the round and Carbon V. They're so fast; they were faster in qualifying. So I thought this might be the end of me, but fortunately for me, Dennis crashed, which is unfortunate for him. But yeah, that's how racing goes. And I managed to take second place twice, so that means I'm in the finals. Last 4, super happy, man.
Yeah, really good, nice car. Congratulations. What do you think about the reruns? I mean, sometimes you have reruns and it takes a while, but what's your stance on that?
Well, a big part of drone racing is waiting and reruns and crashing. It's just a part of racing. You know, sometimes some pilots don't have good video, or there's a crash before the first gate, and yeah, then there needs to be a rerun. That's just how it happens. But it kind of sucks when there's a rerun and you did good in the heat, you know, and you're like, oh, I don't need a rerun right now. Leave it like this. But it has to be fair for everyone. But what does take a toll on all us pilots is just waiting. It's hard to wait and then be concentrated for 2 minutes and then wait another half an hour, and then it's hard. But we managed. I'm super happy. I didn't expect to be in the finals, and now I am.
Oh, great. We'll see you back in the finals then. Congratulations.
Thank you, Tim.
Okay, so we got another pilot as well who was racing. It's Carbon V. He did a really good job as well, and we'll have him here shortly to do a little interview. Ah, there he is. So yeah, we had a lot of guys asking for you on the stream.
Yeah, it was a very intense battle. It was very good racing. Too bad for Dennis to be knocked out due to a crash, because man, we had some battles.
Yeah, it was really great, really intense battles as well. So you guys had a rerun and then you did it again, and then the results were completely different. What's your stance on that?
Well, we had a total of, I think, 4 runs for the two runs we had to do. Yeah, well, I mean, Vince Irie is very happy, that's what I know. But I think, yeah, it was good racing, man. It was intense. I'm looking forward to the final.
Yeah, it definitely was a good race, and well, you guys did your best, and you got a lot of flight times. Now you're through to the finals as well. So go celebrate, and we'll see you back soon.
Thanks, guys.
So yeah, in a few seconds we're gonna go start with oh, we got another interview. Oh yeah, Dennis. Oh man, what happened there, buddy?
Yes, my concentration was over, man. Yeah, I clipped the door at the first, at the room. So yeah, it was over for me.
Yeah, it took a while for you again to fly, and it took its toll apparently. But what happened there? Why did you crash?
Yeah, I think we had so many reruns, and yeah, my concentration was just over. I was not in the game anymore. Like.
So you've had a lot of flights these days, and then at the end it's all tension and etc. So what's the best way to deal with that?
I think to participate at a lot of events, and then you really feel the stress level, and then like if you are going to practice on it, yeah, it's very hard, because if you practice you don't have that feeling when all the pilots are around you and you sitting there in the chair, and yeah, need to do it actually. I needed to finish before Vince, and yes, that's extra pressure. So.
Well, you did great. It was awesome. Thank you, and well, we'll see you back at the next event.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, that was Drone D. You did awesome. I think the next heat, final heat, is gonna go live soon. So enjoy. We're gonna switch to our moderators.
As we get set up for the next race, we actually go back to race 14, lap 2. We're gonna have to do the rerun between Sir Crashalot, Nelis FPV, Nicholas, and Corto de Bocht, as they are currently setting up their feeds and the drones. It's gonna be tough, like Dennis just said. Like the waiting, you know, it kills, and I think it's getting to the point where people get too nervous to properly, get that out of the systems while flying. And you can see it in the last 2 races that it's, there's a lot of crashes, a lot of reruns. But I think they will get through it. I think they'll manage. maybe the pressure's off a little bit, but it could also be actually up because the other ones have already finished and they know who their opponents are going to be. So right now we got the points. We got 0 for Kort door de Bocht. Then we have Nelis FPV with 1 point, and then Sir Crashlot with 2. And in first place is Nicholas 49.
So what Nelis needs to do in order to get through the finals is have 2 better positions than Sir Crashlot.
Do you think he will manage?
He can.
I mean, it was unfortunate that he wasn't able to finish, but
I mean, he can for sure. But he needs to possibly beat Nicholas in order to do it.
yeah, he needs to beat Nicholas at least, and maybe Sir Crashlot. I mean, what we said earlier, Kort door de Bocht and Sir Crashlot might actually go for a team win.
If they can.
If they can, especially, yeah. And we actually kind of saw it in the previous race because Kort actually, he crashed.
But also the teammates are having a hard time coaching and managing, so they have to overview the whole situation in order to know which position they're in.
Yeah.
And so it probably just be the case that these pilots are going to fly their own game, just do their own thing, because that generally works.
Yeah.
At least that's what I always try to do as a pilot, because if you keep on focusing on the guy before you, you might want to push above or above your comfort zone. If you do that, then you crash and then you're out for sure.
Yeah.
So if you just fly your own game, and of course, if you can go faster, do it. But it all depends on what your capabilities are.
Yeah, and also it might be the timing as well. When do you pass someone? You want to be careful, not to hit the other one in let's say in a gate, for instance. It might also you get like a double knockout. But we're actually going to the next race here. The sound will start in like 2 seconds, maybe less. Nope, 2 seconds.
And we have the start beat up.
Here we go.
And they're off. Nelis really quick. He's first, followed by Niklas, Sir Crashlot. Oh, and we have a hit. Who's being hit?
That is our last guy that is
Kort door de Bocht.
hitting the.
So we have Nelis first. Then we have Sir Crashlot. Then Niklas. Nelis is first. But then Sir Crashlot. And then Niklas.
I think Kort is actually feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah,
he's
down.
making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And I don't think he can keep up with the
Nelis
rest.
is first.
And he actually just crashed it now.
And then we have the Crashlot. And then Niklas, really close. I mean, look at the lap times. We have Nelis 43, Niklas 45. Oh,
Did we
it's gonna
just,
be a,
it's gonna be rerun again?
I don't know.
Is this what's happening right now? Because it looks like it. Everyone just landed.
That's the thing. People find it so important to have a good reason to be able and have a good chance to win.
Yeah. I do see smiles over there though. Although also some frustration because I totally get it. I mean the tension is so high. You have to wait constantly. You have to constantly restart.
Yeah.
You just want to be able to finish that race.
Another really important factor of drone racing, be able to withstand the pressure.
Yeah.
But that's the rush. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thrill that all these pilots are looking for at the end. I mean, they could have done any hobby or thing to get money. If they really want the money, you should just, in most cases, get a job. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's the thrill of being that drone pilot and racing and having battles and the whole community. I think that's what's really appealing about this hobby.
Yeah, definitely. I can see why. I mean, also the community is great right now.
Even though there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like you said, it's all part of it, and you can either, let it get to you, or deal with it.
And some people are really pursuing a full-time FPV life, and like people like Nicholas actually got it down pretty good. You know, being sponsored by multiple people, having the possibility to work at some of those places. But for other pilots, you know, they just haven't had the opportunity to go international. So for them, the pressure is really on, because at every race you want to show, you know, possible sponsors that you're worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same in gaming, right?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. There, I just got through there.
But for most,
They're recharging some repos, I think. Did I get this right? This turn? I can't really hear it properly, but it seems that they're recharging some stuff. So I mean, it's nearly at the end of the day. It's, you know, just this run, and then we get the finals. So this might actually be good for them, because
I will ask really quick what happened.
all right. So the recharging stuff. So my colleague here is currently asking. But this might be good for, you know, now they can kind of relax. They don't have to, you know, they don't have to get the pressure on them.
So back again with some new intel. What actually happened, that Kort door de Bocht had a lipo fire. So that means that because they had to abort the flight, they just had everyone go land, because they need to get that lipo out of the room as fast as possible. Because if it's on fire, you want to get it out.
Yep.
So we always have a pre-arranged bucket or something on the ground where actually the lipo can go in. And that's the thing, you know, you have a lipopolymer battery, but if you protect it way too much, it can withhold a crash, but it will be too heavy.
Yeah.
So what they do is they just barely have the pack and maybe a small layer of plastic, and it's going to be thrown around like speeds of 100 miles, going to a wall, and then if it gets punctured, like these type of batteries can actually catch fire. But we use it because of the discharge rate.
Yeah.
I mean, a battery of 16 amps, 16 volts, can puff out like 150 amps, which is a lot if we're speaking electronics. And that's, you know, what mostly the motors use, because a lot of the power goes to the motors, but they also have to power like the flight controller and all the other things in order to be able to fly. So it's a really important factor, and if it just gets slung out and catch fire, you know, it's a pretty good fire as well.
Yeah. So I guess we're recharging one of those, and then we'll redo the heat.
Yeah, so by the looks of it, Kort door de Bocht is out because he just crashed, and because of his lipo fire they had to call off the race. So then it's still between Crashalot, Nelis FPV and Niklas. And then for Nelis, there's only one possibility, that he can go through the finals.
Yeah.
Which
He needs
is-
to win.
He needs to win.
He needs to win. A lot of
And
pressure.
No second place, first place.
Yes,
And
yes.
so Crashalot has to go in third place. So basically Niklas has it all in his hands.
Yeah. He's actually standing in
He's
front of
just
us right
standing
now,
on-
and he's
next
looking
to us.
pretty calm.
Yeah.
He's almost looking like he's got the victory there. So
He's feeling really, really stable.
yeah.
And I mean, that's because of the international pilots, right? I
Yep.
think I'm gonna get some more intel. So I'll just
Yep. So as my partner goes away, he's getting some more intel right now about the situation currently happening. So we got old guy just signing off right now, and we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go to Tim in a bit. We can actually see the prizes.
Yeah, we're gonna tell some things about the prizes that have been generously donated to us, while the other pilots are going to go for another lipo charge. Because what I've said before, these pilots really have to fly almost back to back, and they can't have like an infinite amount of battery, so they just need to recharge.
How long does it take for a full recharge from an empty battery?
It depends on what you put through the battery, because like there's a thing called a C rating, so you basically have the capacity of a battery, which is generally between nowadays 1300 to 1800 for these races. And if you want to charge it at 1C, which is pretty healthy, you charge it at 1.8 amp, because then it takes 1 hour. But if you want to have it charged at 2C, then you double that amount, so you go at 3.6 volt amps, and you get it charged in 30 minutes. So it really depends on what you want to put through your battery, and you'll have a shorter lifespan if you put more current through, but then you get it charged faster.
Yeah, so it's really important, to have a certain time on your charge.
Yeah, I mean, if you only have 15 minutes, you charge it at 4C, so you have like 6 amps going through the battery.
Yeah. Now, for a guy, let's say, what's his name again? I forgot his name. Andreas. I almost said Alexander.
Bye bye, man. It was a good time.
Yeah. I just had another pilot signing off. But let's say a guy like Andreas, who has, doesn't have that many sponsors or at all. He's basically only flying one drone. Like, how would you? How did you do that in the beginning when you started out?
When I started out, it was before I went to university, and I didn't have a lot of money, so it was a really tough one, because it was back in the day when we had something called a ZMR, and it was all crappy if you compare it by the standards nowadays. But like every cent you can spare, you just use it.
Yeah.
But sometimes like repairing can take a lot of time. But then not that many people were flying. And then now I got really lucky that I have a decent income. So then I can actually spend some money on racing. But that's one of the more difficult things, because if you want to get into it, it will cost more money.
Yeah.
But some people think that the pro pilots get everything for free, but this is like a really, really small percentage.
Yeah.
People always have to sell things to their sponsors, because like a sponsor doesn't do anything for free. So you have to show them that you can perform.
Yes. And that might be even harder than just, making the money.
Yeah, and it's in every business, even as a gamer as well. You have to perform. If you do not do well on tournaments, your sponsor will get down.
Yep.
And that's the same thing here. And on the other hand, if you fly more, you crash more. So even though you get sponsored, sometimes it will cost them more as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on you, doesn't it?
I think it does. Yeah. And then, some people just have it sorted out really well, being in a good team, having sponsored by all the different components. And then, you could be settled. Some people can actually have a job, almost full-time for some, of drone racing.
Yeah. I just heard that we have to go back to Tim, where he's actually going to talk about the prizes for this race that the winners can win. So let's go to Tim.
Okay, so welcome here. We're going to talk about something about the prizes while we wait for the pilots for their lipos to get charged, because we're at the event where they actually don't have enough lipos to fly.
Yeah, so normally we have enough lipos, but we had some technical issues, we had some picture issues, and then we had a fire on the track, so we said, okay, we need to make 2 reruns. So 2 more lipos we need to have charged. Right now also my lipo's charging. Should be ready in like 5 minutes or so. Until this, we just show you the prizes. I will start with the first prize, or?
Yeah, you can definitely start with the first prize that we have from MRP.
Parts.com was friendly enough to send us some prizes over for the winners. And at first we have here the IDRA ring. It's a FPV ring, so you can fly your ring. I'm pretty sure everything is in. You just need to put your receiver in. It's plug and play. Just push it together and then you're ready to go and make some great footage with the wing. Then friendly MRP send us also the brand new hobby ring stack, the 4-in-1 45 amp speed controller together with the brand new F4 flight controller. Check it out on multirollparts.com if you're not lucky enough to win it. Right now I'm also flying this stack. I love it. It's performing super well here. and definitely my way to go for the future.
So what kind of brand camera do you use on your rigs?
So I'm using Foxeer cameras,
We got some.
proudly sponsored by Foxeer. Where's Foxeer? No, Foxeer's over here. So Foxeer sent us this camera over for the winners, I'm pretty sure. So right now I'm flying the Foxeer Predator Micro V3, performing with stock settings perfect on the racetrack. Doesn't matter indoor, outdoor, LED track. I love it. And I'm using it together with the Foxeer Lollipop antenna with the UFL. Also luckily for the winner. So the winner will go home with
With a lot of stuff. Yeah, because we also have a sponsor, Various FPV, who is actually sponsoring the docking. We are pilots offering the pilots the way to fly with the docking to get some good reception in here. The winner actually gets the docking with it through the receiver in it, so you can either fly on your goggle with a module in it, but you can also put it in the docking. A great thing about this is they also brought out an HDMI output. Well, for most live streams, HDMI, you want to go for HDMI, right?
Yeah, definitely. So you can sit outside and fly and put this in your TV inside and show your family how you're racing through your garden.
What everybody would want that, right? So that's great. Well, they also have the Furious FPV 14, which is a really nice FC. Snipe Rex already talked about it, and yeah, it's a great item. It's a great FC. It's a special layout, but everything's on it that you would like as a racer. They also sponsored the Stealth VTXs, which some of the pilots are flying here. Official races always have either the Tramp or the TBS Unify.
Yeah,
but
right. There are 3 VTX allowed. The TBS Unify is the most used one. Then we have the Emergency Tramp and the Furious Stealth. These are the most 3 VTX out there. But Unify is still the most popular out there. I'm pretty sure like 80% are flying the Unify.
yeah, there's a lot of pilots flying the Unify, but as long as you use one of these 3 receivers, you're great. You're set for the event. So we also have DronEvents, which is actually one of our main sponsors for this event. Actually put everything together, like the lounge, etc. And they put together some nice caps for us to give away, so that's going to be great. Together with some T-shirts. So yeah, we're gonna hope that we can switch out some good footage, etc. So yeah, apparently the drivers are gonna check something out, and yeah, they're gonna do something, but I have no idea what they're gonna do. So yeah, in the meantime, we'll just wait here, and maybe we can get Deborah on the stream, because apparently Deborah is the one that made the lounge possible. So we're gonna ask her something. Hey Deborah.
Hi. Well, it's actually me and Thomas who did it.
Oh, Thomas helped you out with that one.
Yes, and he's actually also competing in this race.
Yeah. So we saw that you guys made a nice pilot lounge. What's the reason behind the pilot lounge?
Well, he wanted the pilots to relax between the heats, so, and that worked out. I mean, if you look at it.
It looks totally amazing. You guys brought some great stuff, and you decorated everything really nice. So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So yeah, in a few moments we're going to switch back to the pilots who are preparing to race, because I see some activity. So yeah, we're going to switch to our moderator to see what's up.
Alright guys, welcome back to basically just a track view. We got a few pilots already setting back up. It takes about 5 minutes until the batteries are full, so we'll have to wait, and I'll just have to talk to you guys. My partner currently is off somewhere, but he'll be back for the last race, which is the rerun of the second heat of race 14. We've got Sir Crashalot, Nailus FPV, and Nicholas 49. Unfortunately, Kort de Bocht is out of the running due to his battery catching fire, which honestly sucks, but he might be back in the next race. However, it's gonna be tight. Nicholas was, like we said before, Nicholas was standing in front of us, you know, it's relaxing. He had a really relaxed atmosphere to him, because he knows he's already in the finals, because he's got 3 points. Nailus, however, needs to be first in order to get in the finals, because he has 1 point. And Sir Crashalot, I think it doesn't really matter where he ends up, although I wouldn't go last, because that would put him in the same place as Nailus is, if Nailus actually in the right spot to get, 3 points. And I would actually put them on the same line, so they probably have to, battle it out again. But Nicholas is sure to be in the finals. He's got 3 points, so even if he does, become last place. He'll have 4 points. And it's going to be a lot of pressure for Nelis at least. But we've seen him fly before, and he's really tight on the corner. So we'll just have to see how he will do. And it goes for actually all the pilots. So just a few minutes, we're gonna start. Nelis is already sitting. Sir Crashalot is already ready to go. I'm waiting for the last one, Nicholas. Oh wait, I see all 3 drones are actually in place. So I think they're gonna start in a few minutes. I would say we have a concentrated face, but can't really see because of the goggles. But I'm pretty sure he's concentrated. Nelis is still relaxed. You know, he's just chilling with the goggles on. And I think Crashlot is really focused on the race, getting into it. Nicholas is also ready to go, I think. They have the controllers in their hands.
They're ready. 3 pilots. Crashlot, Nelis, Niklas. 10.
Here comes the countdown. It's suddenly gone quiet in here.
They're concentrated.
They're all concentrated. Even the people that are watching currently is really silent.
And they're off. Once again, Nelis has one opportunity, and that's being first and having Sir Crashlot being third. That's the only thing that can save him. Right now, he is in first, but they're really close. Like they're all really close. Here, look. And they're going.
It's such a great view, though, seeing the chase, you know, from the last guy chasing the other 2.
Crazy stuff. And all 3 of them were in the power loop. Nelis got out first, quickly followed by Niklas. This is actually the position he wants them to be.
Yes.
Because right now, Nelis first, coming in at 42 seconds, followed by Niklas, 43.8, Sir Crashlot 46.4.
I believe we have a crash.
Oh shit.
We have
Sir Crashlot got out.
Sir Crashlot is trying to do the turtle flip. Can he get up? He got up. Let's see if he can actually get up.
But he's back a lot. Can Nelis pull this off?
I think there might actually be something wrong with one of his rotors, though.
He's being caught up. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh!
I think he can't get it up.
Okay, so right now Nelis is first. No, he's in second position. He needs to catch up with Niklas. Okay, so in the second round, Niklas 40.5.
Going in the roundabout, top side and underside.
They're seconds behind. That's really close. And Nelis does know where he is. Yeah, he does. Catching up. Second works. This is close. Both in the power loop. Niklas that's like milliseconds before. Really close.
It seems like if you look at Nelis, his cam on him, you can see he's really concentrating. He's like getting in there with his face almost. Oh, we got a crash! That is a hit against the
Did he get it?
cone. Oh, he's actually in the net. I think he's stuck in the net right now.
Did he get through?
That is the question.
Because Nelis actually got through at 2 minutes 5 seconds .1, and Niklas got through 2 minutes 5 seconds .9. So which is it? We don't know. She crashed into the gate, but did he get through?
That's the question. I feel like he actually missed the gate.
I get the feeling he does too. I'm not sure. Can be anyone's game. But this was what he wanted. And then Niklas was like, I'm not giving you that place. You have to work for it. And Nelis did. He was so fast.
It's unfortunate that Sir Crashlot had to crash, unfortunately, in the last round.
Yeah.
I think he could definitely stop Nelis from going back to that qualifying time. Because that's what it comes down to, I think, now.
I think so.
So, alright. Yeah, I think his drone is definitely broken. He doesn't look too happy.
So crash loss though? No.
So, but I think we're gonna go back to Tim, who has Nicholas with him right now.
Okay, so we're with Nicholas, who did a great race.
Yeah, definitely. Everything was going well. I was going in my comfort zone. Yeah, had solid lead at first place, so easy.
Yeah, you and Nelis are really battling it out there, so that's some competition for you in the finals, I think.
Definitely, but I'm sure I can get him.
Yeah, that's some tough words from. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen there with that with this final. So we're gonna switch to the next pilot. But thank you and good luck in the finals.
Thank you.
So yeah, we got the next pilot, which is we got Sir Crashalot. What happened?
Well, believe it or not, I crashed.
No.
Yes, but I got tangled in the lights. I didn't know why I cannot continue. It was just holding me back. But one of the motors got tangled in the lights, so it was actually not damaged beyond flying, but tangled.
So how are the LED cones doing then?
So what, sorry?
How are the LED cones doing then that you actually got tangled in?
They are actually perfectly fine and in place.
So the Red B LED cones are still in place because Sir Crashalot tried to kill them, but he couldn't.
But they're in the way.
Well, it sucks, man, that you got that you went down. But I mean, that's the race. You're probably not gonna go to the next round. I think I didn't get.
I think I'm out. Yes, I think I'm out.
That's too bad because we saw some really good racing from you. So congratulations at least on that one, and we hope to see you back on the next one.
Sure, thanks.
Thank you, man. Oh, when we have a next pilot as well. So we got Nelis, who also was rocking that track. I'm not sure who got first. Was it you or was it Nicholas?
It wasn't neck and neck, but I'm first.
You're first. No, congratulations. Good run.
Oh man, and my battery was just sagging to 9 volts and I almost couldn't make it, so yeah, I'm happy I'm finished, yeah.
It was really intense. We had some tough words coming from Nicholas that he was confident he could beat you. What do you think about that?
I think it's getting difficult in the finals, so we'll see.
Well, good luck to you, and we'll see you in the finals. Yeah, can't wait.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so the finals are about to get ready, so we're going to switch to a moderator. Have fun and stay tuned.
Alright guys, we are back with the last race. This is the final race. This is Carbon V, Jedi FPV, Nelis FPV, and Nicholas. This is gonna be the race. This are the 4 best races of today. And it's gonna be tough. Like we just saw Nelis and Nicholas, and they did really well. Nelis got through just in time, because Sir Crashalot crashed, unfortunately. That's how he got through. However, we still have Jedi and Carbon.
So have you explained the situation of the last heat?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because what happened is that Nelis just managed to get through just in time. It was like a split second, but he got it. So he's first place. So Crashalot is third. That means one thing, that he managed to do it.
Yeah.
He did it.
He did it. He actually did it.
Oh shit. So it's Nelis. That's your Crashalot. Oh, hang on. Nelis and Nicholas.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have the little prize award here. We're gonna award a little prize here. We're gonna go over to Tim.
Hey, so we're back. We got a lot of awesome prizes from our sponsors this time. But all the pilots that get the prizes most of the times are 1, 2, and 3. But you didn't get so lucky today, did you?
No. I broke some motors right when we called for a rerun. So yeah, too bad. And my backup quad was not ready.
These indoor racetracks tend to take a lot of our equipment, so when you bash them around, sometimes it goes wrong.
It happened yesterday, the bashing. Yeah.
But this is actually one of the first races you actually participated in, didn't it?
This is my first indoor race. Yes.
So I saw you at the Dutch Nationals. Was that your first race actually?
That was my first race. Yes.
Okay, so and this was your first indoor race. What did you think of it?
Very cool. Yeah. A little bit disappointing because I was very bad at it, and I had some video issues in the beginning, but it turned out to be fine. and I used someone else's receiver, so I could make some laps.
So that's great. Well, anyways, we don't want to let you go home empty-handed. So we still got some prizes from our sponsors. Like you got the Foxy Predator microcam. So we're gonna give you that one as a prize. So at least if you kill the cam, you got a new one. They also got a lot of stickers, which is also great for your gear. So you can put it on your gear. Yeah. And we also got 2 caps, one from Foxy and one from DroneArt. So, wear them with pride, because, everybody can have the malfunction that they can't race. So, we hope to see you at the next one.
Yeah, me too. I already am excited. Yeah.
Cool, thank you. So, we're going to switch back to our moderator, because I think the finals are about to happen. So, enjoy, and remember to share this and like this stream and our page. Have fun.
Back. It is time for the finals, and it's gonna be with the 4 best pilots of today. We've got for you Carbon V, Jedi FPV, Nailus FPV, and Nicholas 49. And my colleague just came back with info on how this final is gonna work.
Yeah, so there are going to be 2 races, just like how we have been doing it the whole time. So back-to-back race, so you need to charge another couple of lipos. And it's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be really tight.
These guys know how to battle. They really do.
They've shown that throughout this race, especially in the last few rounds.
Definitely. Trying to look up if we can get the fastest rounds in.
Alright, we're getting another 3rd person here with us.
We're gonna be joined by the one and only 3rd person. How are you doing?
I'm doing. Thank you. That's it.
I get what you mean, man.
Yes.
It was close.
Yeah, I lost them on the power loop. I made a mistake, but otherwise I was seeing those green LEDs in my view, which is good. It's just waiting. That's what you do. You just follow a guy, and you wait for a moment where he's just off, and then you attack, and then you just cut it short. And then the battle starts, but unfortunately I crashed.
Yeah, it sucked, but you did you raced really well today. Like, it was awesome to see you race in general, like throughout the entire day. So
thanks, thank you.
And only in the situation at like the 2nd run, when Walter had the leap of fire. If that one continued,
how big was it? Because I was flying, I couldn't see, and everyone was like, fire!
We didn't see it as well.
Right.
But at that situation, you would have been the guy that actually managed to get to the finals.
Yeah, true. Actually, true.
Because he was like one side before, and you managed to do it better at qualifying.
True. It's true, but that's racing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could cry, but maybe I'll do it later.
When you're home.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this way of doing a double knockout?
I'm not sure if I'm a fan, because when you need to do retries, it might cost some time. I think it's challenging for organization as well. I think it's quite tricky thing to do.
So do you prefer a double elimination, or like what we have been doing with other competitions, where you have like a losers bracket, or do you prefer just single knockout?
I do enjoy double elimination in the classical sense, yes. You just go into knockouts and you just go into the backup if need be, and then you change the crowd which you are battling with. Everyone has a different mindset, it's all serious. I'm not sure if you guys went through the backup or knockout double elimination bracket, but it's quite intense, it's fun. It's pure racing. We had an interesting experience in Luxembourg where they didn't have a timing system. Instead what they did is they were cracking everyone awarding them points, so every quali was basically a battle, and that was insane. Every quali you would fly with the different guys because it was shifting, and every quali was a battle. That was intense, insane,
so,
whole day.
The victor was decided by points?
Exactly.
Only by points?
Yeah, no. That was cutting off the people which were advancing to the knockout.
Okay.
But that was insane. Like, qualis were insane. That was fun.
So what do you think overall of this competition?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, the level of preparation. I couldn't follow live stream, but I see the setup is insane. And I also saw like one of the things I saw. I think what was it? I think it was Karan, old guy. He was hitting the dark room, going into power loop. The camera switched to the side view, so you could see him just spinning around those loops, and then immediately switched back to his FPV when he was out of it. And all that thing happened live. This is insane. This is really, really good.
Yeah, there's actually one guy. I don't know if the zoom camera can zoom into him because he is just behind a black curtain. But there's a guy who has all these screens, just like a proper television situation.
So he's the wizard.
He's the wizard. He has like a pad and he just touches the little buttons and he just switches
Hey
through.
man, awesome work.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good job. And he stepped into our audio feed as well, so he's just like, when we talk about something, he just looks at the same thing. So thank you, Sir Crashlot, for joining us.
Is this you kicking me out?
No, you can stay.
Yeah, you can stay. Just talk a bit.
I do enjoy the view, guys.
I will show the. How do we do it? The view of the switching guy. So hang on.
Alright, we're gonna try and get this guy to get on camera. Switch to yourself.
Say hi.
Say hi to yourself. There he is, our man.
Hey, buddy.
So the man behind the magic.
Yep.
Yes.
Just switch through everything.
I think we're about to start our finals, the first round of the finals. What we got? Hold on, let me quickly. There he is. Yeah, there we go. We got Carbon V, Jedi FPV, Nameless FPV, and Nicholas 49. The best racers for today.
So do you think?
Oh, it's a tough one.
The edge.
It's a tough one. Everyone here is super fast. No one is accidentally here. There's no guy. So everyone will push like crazy. It's gonna be fun.
And another teammate.
Yes, of course I'm rooting for Vince. Go
Jedi.
Vince.
Here we go.
Less than 5. We got the call.
Here we go. It's exciting, man. I can't wait.
Oh, I'm excited. And the beep. And they're off.
Really fast start.
Really fast. So it looks like, oh,
we got a first race.
crash.
But they're all still in the race though.
So Carmen V first, followed by Nicholas, Vince, Nelis. Now you see Nelis' feet. Lots of speed. So first still Carmen V, second Nicholas, Vince Ari, Nelis FPV. Carmen V already through the double power loop. I think we're gonna see another fastest lap here.
I'm generally curious.
Oh, Nicholas is before.
We've got a little bit of an error there.
42 seconds. Second one, Carbon V, 43 seconds, 0.9. Nelis, 47 seconds. And Jedi, he's gone. He crashed out. I don't know where it happened.
I did hear a little bonk. He might have hit one of the softer gates.
It's
and
gonna
I think
be
he's stuck in a corner onto cables. So I don't think he will be able to get away from there, which is unfortunate.
Crazy speed. So Nicholas is at the double power loop, followed by Carbon V. Nelis at third, also doing the double power loop. Nicholas just ahead, milliseconds. So that means we're having the second round in. Nicholas 39, Carbon V 38.7.
So close.
Yeah, really close. We have another crash. Unfortunately, he's still up though. He is still able to get through.
That was a big bang.
It really was.
While we got Nailers and Jedi really close to each other. No, correction, that is Nicholas and Jedi.
So we have like Nicholas and Carbon V basically having the same feet because they're neck and neck.
It's so close to them. Who's in front?
Who's in front?
That is
They're both.
There's Jedi. Jedi's just in front. Jedi made it.
No, that wasn't Jedi.
Oh,
that wasn't
this is
Jedi.
really close. So actually, Carbon V finished first.
Carbon V was in first.
At a pace of 1:59.6086, which means that his average lap time is less than 40 seconds.
That is insane. This like none of these times are actually under 40 except for Jedi who crashed out.
Imagine yesterday they were starting at 50, 58. Some
Yeah.
peoples were doing 110.
True.
And now they're behind 40.
Yeah, but that's to be expected. It's that competitive edge when you start fighting with other guys, when you're really pushing your comfort zone and your limits.
Yeah.
And that's what you see with like the more professional races. You don't think that they can go faster, and they manage to do it at finals.
Yeah.
It's something.
So we do another one.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll have another one. See who's the best out of these.
So basically we have Carbon with 3 points. Niklas, 2 points. Nelis.
I just got word that the names on the feed is not correct, and that is probably also the reason why I managed to get the wrong person that won. It's actually Carbon V and not Nelis that I thought it was. It's because of the names they are wrong. I think they might be in the wrong seats, or if that the names are just wrong. I think they might be fixed, but we'll see.
Yeah, I overheard Vince saying something about bad video. What happens is sometimes you crash, you damage your antenna, and unfortunately they get detuned. And it could be that you have super bad video which prevents you from flying. Especially that happened to me when you enter the dark room.
Yeah.
And that person is somewhere closer to you. That can really overtake your video feed.
Yeah, I've noticed that they're walking around with a scanner to see what
Right.
what the video feed
Yes.
frequency is.
Yes, which is a super nice thing to do. I mean, probably not for qualifications, but for knockouts, it's absolutely a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
So if we look at the qualification times as they are right now, the guy who finished first, Carbon V, isn't the one who did the best on qualifying. So actually, if Niklas managed to get a tiebreaker with Carbon V, it could mean that Niklas would still be first place.
Well, that means Carbon might have to be last place though, if I look at it, or at least maybe third place.
He has to end up at least one spot higher than Niklas, or he is screwed.
Yeah. I think Carbon V has this though, because he's been winning in the last few races that he's done.
His pace is solid.
He's
Really
really
is.
like you said, it's consistency, and he has it. He definitely has that consistency.
He is the Belgium champion for a reason.
That
He has been knocking everyone their socks off in Belgium, and now he's trying to take off the Dutch scene. And we only have Nelis and Jedi to defend the Dutch proudness.
I wonder how Jedi is feeling though, because he crashed. You know.
Well, he's one of those guys who is motivated by negative events, so he will get twice as hard now. He will go twice as hard now. Seriously, I know this guy for a long time, and he cannot take a failure like that. So he will go twice as hard. I think the next battle will be even more awesome.
Oh, we'll see. They're currently setting up. I think they might be charging the batteries again because everyone has left their pilot seat.
Yeah, I just got the call that we have about 3.5 minutes before the next race, and it will be the last if we're not having a rerun, which of course is a possibility.
Yep.
We've seen it before doing the semis, which you conclude was kind of a big mess. We even had to have 3 tries at one point. But that's racing. I mean, people better want to win fair.
Absolutely. I can go back to a situation in Luxembourg again. We went there with a very strong Dutch group. I don't know, what was 8 guys. Drone, Niels, and all the guys. And I had the same time as Niels in semi-finals. We left the finish gate at the exact same time. You couldn't just determine who was first, so we just decided to race for it. We said the only way to do it is to do it right. So we put GoPros on our quads. We had some amazing footage from that rerun, which I unfortunately lost by a hair, but it was awesome, and I would do it again, of course.
Yeah. Now we actually just talked about it, how the pilots want to get a proper win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want to win fair and square. They want
Exactly.
to win by whooping some ass and not just you know, having the rest, having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Which brings me to, oh yeah, that was fun, because Luxembourg had that system of points which I talked about. But what happened was we had 3 guys with the same amount of points, so 3 guys on the first spot, which was, I believe, Cooks, German pilot, super fast guy, Niels and myself. And we also hinted, like, I don't mind actually just, you know, getting a crack, flying for it, for the proper spots, because the times decided who was first, second, and third.
And I think that's the, that's the real sportsmanship that I'd like to see within, in any sport. See that people just want to actually get the win by their own accord rather than getting it from the whatever other races, whatever. They just want to win properly, and I think that's also really important. I mean, it gives you that feel of satisfaction. So
Yeah.
I can definitely understand that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And it's also the most fun way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Every pilot enjoys flying. I'm flying. I know this guy. He's flying. Not sure if you're flying.
No.
Okay. The deal is we like flying.
Yeah.
That's what we love to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like at some practice sessions, you just go with some other guys at 6. You set up the gates, and now, like we have dawn at 8:15 nowadays, and I mean it's worth it for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and that's it. But you do it. You travel 1 hour to go.